Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
This is the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast. Yes, another wrestling podcast. I'm Willie Tiny, and my guest hosts today are Will the Thrill and L.A. Willie.
Yeah.
And we have with us today on our 30th episode, the King Piece, Cameron Pierce.
What's up?
How you doing, Cameron?
Good, how are you?
Oh man, I did it wrong. I was trying to be cool when I did it.
What a thrill. You got another intro.
Oh yes. I had to practice with Willie Tiny earlier, dude. We were so excited to have you on today. You deserve this, okay? So the high quality is too low. Okay. All right. He is not just one piece. He is the King Piece. Hailing from the Monster Factory. King Piece. Cameron Pierce.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right.
Thank you.
How long have you been training at the Monster Factory?
I've been training for a little over 3 years now. I started at the Monster Factory Juniors summer camp, and in like 2021, I started at the junior summer camp in July, and I've been going ever since. So it's been a little bit over 3 years now. It's 3 years in July. So
Nice.
At what age can you sign up to be a wrestler for the junior division?
the juniors program, I'm pretty sure it's advertised for 11 to 17. So you can start, but we have a couple people that started at 9, I'm pretty sure. So we've got from basically, I would say 11. I would say 11, you're allowed to start. And then from there on out, you're allowed to. Yeah.
Pretty cool. I'm going to go through some images here. You don't have to commentate on them. You can just keep on talking about what the subject is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got a video for you here.
All right.
And there's the King Piece from our juniors division.
Cameron Pierce, impressive lately. Whoa!
Oh my goodness!
That's 2 days in a row that I caught the shirt.
Brian Murphy from the world famous Monster Factory. So that's 2 of our commentary team. Do you have a partner as well there?
I don't know if I'm medically cleared for on. Old age is a disease. But
Who you telling?
Take a look at these two. Hey, Cameron Pierce these last couple weeks on TRL has just been outstanding.
Nice.
That was your entrance? One of your
First ever-
entrance for one of the Monster Factory shows?
Yep, that was the first ever time I teamed up with Brian Murphy. That was the start of Children at Heart.
Okay.
Hey, we'll get into that.
All right. So when was your first match and who was your first opponent?
So my first match was, I think, in May of 2023, and I faced Jafar on a pre-show. I forget exactly what show it was, but I faced Jafar in a pre-show match.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Well, the thrill. You want to take the next question?
What wrestler inspired you to become a wrestler?
I have a couple. So the one that's really right now that I really love is Will Ospreay. You can tell by kind of the style that I have and kind of the moves that I use. But some of the earlier ones that I've used is Pentagon Jr. and Ricochet. That was me when I dressed up for him as Halloween one year.
Nice.
That was fun.
Settle me. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You do have a great- What kind of style of wrestling would you say you have?
I would say more high flying. It's a very high flying style, but it kind of I kind of throw in some striking abilities, and I'm gonna start putting in more submission game. So I kind of want to like throw everything kind of together into its own style that I've seen a couple people use, but it's not like super prominent.
Nice. So we saw in that video, you tagging for the first time. What do you prefer, being a single competitor, or doing tag team matches?
I actually don't have a preference because it's getting me matches on a show. So I'm having fun either way. And yeah, so singles matches are a lot of fun because there's more star on you. Like you get more of like the praise in that match than other stuff. But having a tag team partner always feels like you're in like a brotherhood with someone else. So it's a lot of fun either way. And I think I really like tag team wrestling, but I do really like being a single star. So either one is fine with me.
Okay, cool.
I have another video for you.
Crowd cheering Raspa on, and he got the tag.
Here comes the king piece. Like a freight train.
Rolling right over Nick Batiste.
Taking him
Again
down.
and again.
And this is the striking ability of Cameron Pierce.
Lightning quick offense, and a discus clothesline drops Nick Batiste.
Like you said, your striking ability
Yeah.
with your hot tag.
Yep. Hot tags are one of the most fun parts of the match to be in because it's just all of everything is focused on you and you can just throw everything that you need. It's so much fun to do.
Nice.
Hey, I just love it that it was on Batiste.
I love Nick so much.
So
There's a great comment.
coming from C, saying the best 14-year-old wrestler in the world right now.
That's fact.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fact. That's 100% fact, man.
Thank you so much. Got so much more left to prove, and I got so much more left to do, but I'm trying as hard as I can right now. So it's all I can do. A lot of fun.
There you go.
Let's talk about children at heart.
All right.
Go ahead. What is Children at Heart?
So Children at Heart is a team that was kind of thrown together out of nowhere. I was supposed to be in a tag team with someone else for a match, and they couldn't make it to that show. So Missy had to kind of put me in a different match, or put me in the same match with a different partner, and they didn't have anybody at the time, and then they saw Murphy. So they were like, you know what? This is going to be fun. Let's put these two together. And so far, we've kind of just run with it. It's kind of just been fun. And Children at Heart has just been like a thrown together team that has just started being a full-time tag team. And it's been a lot of fun. And just I'm trailing off, but yeah, like working with Murphy is so much fun. He gets comedy so well, and it's so easy to work with him on different aspects of wrestling. Like he's like, so do you want to do this, and how do you want to do that, and let's work on some tag team moves and all this and all that. and he's great to work with. He's so much fun. Yeah, that match was a lot of fun to do because being with Ty Awesome, that match was so much fun. But yeah, the whole fruit roll up thing, that's I think that's one of the funniest things to come out of the Monster Factory so far is that fruit roll up thing. But everything with Murphy is just so much fun to do. Putting together matches with him and just putting together promos is the best part. We put together a promo with us and Ollie Rock. Oh my God. I was trying to not break out in laughter the whole time just because of what they came up with. It was so funny.
It's kind of hard being real mature at your age at 14 and not breaking character and laughing, you know.
I mean, I'm sure they tried. You know?
Oh yeah, sure. I got another video for you.
All right.
Brian Murphy from the world famous Monster Factory here to shout out Cameron Pierce. Man, I really got to recognize how much expertise that you have shown over the past several months that we've been working together. You have shown not only athletic ability, but really understanding what pro wrestling is all about and how to really contribute to a match and the construction of it. On top of that, you've just been a really supportive person to be around and a great addition to the locker room, not only for the juniors division, but for the MFPW roster at large. So thank you for being who you are. Continue doing the great things that you're doing, and I look forward to continuing to tag with you.
Man, he's so great. I love Murphy so much. Just one of the best guys to be around backstage, just because of the jokes that he's made and the way that he puts a match together. Everything that he's done so far is really great, and to see his transformation over the years is amazing. And he's just a great guy, all in all.
Thank you to Brian Murphy.
Yeah, thank you, Murphy.
LA Willie, you got the next question.
Who makes your ring gear?
My parents. My dad, who is actually right here, and if you want to talk to my gear maker, then let me just scooch over a bit. So this is one half of my gear makers, and my other half is upstairs.
Hello, how's it going?
Good.
Hey.
How you doing, Scott?
How you doing?
We're well.
Pretty good.
We're well, and we thank you for the time with your son, and also for you to make time to pop on.
Of course. It's a pleasure. You guys support the Monster Factory family so much, and
yes.
It's just to give all these guys and girls airtime and time to speak and tell their stories is awesome. So we obviously appreciate it and appreciate your support. So we just to make a long story short, to be quick, Cam's the guy you want to talk to here, but before the camp, the summer camp of 2023, and this was right around the time that Cam was starting to possibly get on shows. I started, kind of looking around to see what we could do about getting some gear for him. And we learned that, for a lot of the gear makers, lead times are long. It's also expensive. And a lot of the companies that do stock gear didn't have stuff for a kid that's probably at youth sizes. Everything started at senior small, and we weren't sure if it would fit. So my wife started making dresses for herself. It's dresses and skirts. So she learned, self-taught how to sew, and she was the one that basically just said, "Hey, let's get some spandex and see if we can do this." And okay, and it was definitely a big learning curve for us, but it's turned out pretty well. We've done gear now for a lot of the Monster Factory wrestlers. So we just had to learn how to do sizing correctly, and we're still learning. We've got a lot to learn, but it's all about sizing. It's all about finding the right materials, and but we're getting there. We're getting a little better every time we do a set, and it's been really fun. And it's got us more involved with everybody there instead of just
Yeah.
me being a parent sitting on the sidelines. I've really gotten to know a lot of the guys and girls there, and it's been it's been a really cool experience and something that my wife and I maybe, down the line we might want to make this a little bit more of a full-time thing. So so that's the hope. We'll see how it goes, and we haven't taken it outside of the Monster Factory yet. We still want to get a little more confident in how we're doing things and doing it correctly. So, taking orders from people that we'd mail it out to and we don't see how it fits them and all that, we're a little nervous about, but we'll get there, and we'll get there soon. And we certainly appreciate all of your, support. I know you guys have thrown out my name to a couple of wrestlers looking for gear, and definitely appreciate it, and definitely love to talk to them more. So, so like I said, we appreciate that. And we're right now we're kind of sticking with making sure we take care of the Monster Factory and the students there. So, but it's been fun.
Yeah, I was going to ask, when you make the ring gear, you collaborate with the wrestler, or they just tell you like what they want as far as like.
Done both. I know, Mark Raspa had, he was one of the first ones. Well, I want to shout out Jake Manley. He was the first guy to actually, and I don't think I even sent a picture of Manley's, but Jake was the first guy to actually turn over his hard-earned cash to us to make a set for him. So we very much appreciate him. We'll always have a place in our hearts for that. He gave us our first actual sale, actual dollar bills to make gear. But like Mark had a great idea for his gear. He wanted to make it obviously Eagles related. So he drew something up for me, and we did a little tweaking here and there, but that was basically what he had thought of. A guy like Brett Waters, he basically just said, do something fun. Like didn't really give us a whole lot of parameters. So we found this cool fabric that looked like it was wet. It had like little raindrops on it, and so it fit well with the gimmick. So we kind of put that together. So it's gone both ways. We've had a lot of input, and then we've also kind of done things ourselves. The funny thing is with Cam is I've told him we'll make his gear for free, but he doesn't get to. That's all me. He doesn't get to decide what's on it.
See, I got to decide the cut of that one. That's all I got to decide on that one.
You did, but yeah, this is where I want to get crazy creative, is with Cam stuff. So, so unfortunately, he doesn't.
I mean, I've liked everything they've put for me so far. So,
fortunately or unfortunately, he doesn't get a lot of say in his own gear. But
hey, at least I don't have to pay for it.
And that's,
there you go.
Yeah, that's the set we did for Caden Hernandez, one of the other kids in the junior program who's getting on shows. So
I always liked his. His looked nice.
Yeah, so
it's a good pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, so we did a lot of the kids from the camp this year, and we've like I said, we've done a bunch of the wrestlers. Good old Aiden Nitro, one of the OG kids from the juniors program. It was him and Cam that started it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Cage started the juniors program, and what did we decide? It was like January of.
I think it was like January of 2023, where me and Aiden were kind of doing it for like a month or two, and then Caden joined, and it was the three of us for a couple months. And then there was a couple more that joined, and then the summer camp blossomed more than this year, the summer camp.
So that program started with 2 kids, and now it's well over 20. So it's an amazing program. And, like I said, Danny started it, and then Nick Petit has kind of taken it over and run with it in terms of he's the one who sets up all the classes and all that for the junior program, and really did a nice job running the camp. So Nick's done a fantastic job and done so much for my kid, him and Danny and Missy, and all of them have done so much for our kids for this juniors program that it's got to shout them out. They've been all amazing. So
hey,
and a lot of the King Pieces outfits are like on point. So keep up the good work. Tell your missus that too. Don't want to exclude her. Shout out to her.
For sure.
And thank you for making the time to do that stuff. I mean, that's really cool, and being very supportive in a way, like you said, a way to get involved as well.
Yeah, like like my wife just commented there, said, that's awesome, supportive parents you have. That's like great that you have that support system behind you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and my wife always says it's she's not a huge pro wrestling fan, so this is her way to be involved and really help Cam out and because she gets a little too nervous at the shows. She doesn't love it, especially with some of the fun moves that Cam decides to do. But this is her way to be a part of it. So it's been really fun, and it's been fun to do something. Most people don't get to do something with their significant other and start a business, start something together. So it's something we can do together, and it's been really fun. It's been very cool.
Yep.
But I'll back away and let you talk to Cam here. So thank you guys.
All right. I have a few comments here. One comment from Joe Hale says, "What's the future hold for the King piece?"
Ooh, that's not completely up to me. I actually don't really know, but I'm hoping it's more wins with Brian Murphy, and I'm hoping it's moving up to the next level with him, because that would just be a lot of fun. Just me and him going up the tag team ranks. I think that's what I want next for me.
Nice. And then the next one from Joe Hill is, who's your dream opponent at the Monster Factory?
Ooh, I've faced a lot of my dream opponents. Like two of my favorite matches of all time are my Goldie match that I just had and my match against Daniel Alexander on a TRL. Those two are two of my favorite matches. A dream match that I would want now? Probably, I want to run it back with Liam. I really want to run it back with Liam and Nick, because I haven't had a one-on-one match with Nick since 2023. So those two are two that I would really like to have a match with. That's hard. I'm trying to think of other people who I would like to face Brett in a one-on-one match on a show at some point. That would be fun, because I know that he has just such a great mind for wrestling, and the matches that I could have with him would be a lot of fun. Same with Chris, just because of his high-flying ability and just the way that me and him could do something. That would be a lot of fun. I think that's who I would say right now, but I don't completely know.
And the next comment said, King Peace needs to be a champion in the near future.
I'll try. That's about the most I got for that. I'll try my hardest. I'm hoping my first ever title is with Murphy. I'm hoping that it's the tag team titles with Murphy. That would be a lot of fun. Me and Murphy as the tag team champions. But
that'd be
that won't come for a bit longer.
That's respect.
Well, Joe Girardi hater would like to know, when is the heel turn coming?
Oh,
that's a darn question you got there. Man, I don't know. That's when I feel I've outgrown Murphy. No, I'm joking. I actually
isn't it always?
I have no clue when the heel turn might be. But when it happens, it happens. So we'll see.
Do you feel comfortable right now turning heel?
Right now, I don't know. Turning heel right now would be odd, because it's hard to boo the 14-year-old unless I do it with enough force and impact, which I don't know if I would be able to do that just yet. So I think we might need to wait possibly a year or two more just before we try it out, because nobody's like, I don't want to boo the 14-year-old, or everybody's like, I don't want to boo the 14-year-old, but people can get behind booing a 15-year-old because we're teenagers. But yeah, if I turned heel, I would have to go full heel for anybody to actually boo me. And I don't know if I've figured out how or when to do that yet.
Gotcha.
When the time comes, it'll be right. And you got to turn heel before you leave the Monster Factory.
How was hitting Liam with 2 frog splashes? Man, why would you make me do it a second time? That hurt. The first time I slipped and I hit him a little bit wrong. So both of us were like, oh, that hurt. That was wrong. And then everybody was like, one more time. You got to make it to 2. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. And then I went up to the top rope and I did my next one because I love Liam. And he was like, yeah, you got to do a second one if they're saying do a second one. I was like, I know. So I went up and I did a second one. And the first one was worse, but they still both did hurt. They both were not great feelings. Just doing anything with the top rope.
That's not an easy move to take.
What?
Will,
That's
you got
not
questions?
What'd you say?
What a thrill.
Hey, what'd you say there?
Oh, I said that's not an easy move to take. Anytime anybody do a frog splash, they're hurting.
Yeah, it's both of us are hurting. Him more than me, though, definitely. But it does hurt both of us, and that's any top rope. Any top rope move hurts, and I might try and use a different move sooner rather than later off the top rope because a lot of people use the frog splash, and I'm gonna try and switch it to a different move. But we'll see. And I'm not going to reveal what the move is today. But
I'm sure, I'm sure it takes a lot of training, when you perform those moves. And, in that case, like, who are your trainers, that are helping you along the way?
Missy, Danny, Nick. Those are my main 3 trainers right now. Missy is the Tuesday night coach. Amazing job there. Love her. She's great. She has helped me through a lot during especially during the beginning of my career. She was really there to help me then. Danny will make appearances and will tell me what I need to fix, and that always really helps me because it's like, yo, do this here and figure this out there. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So the way that he teaches is very well because it's just, yo, figure this out here because this is a little bit wrong, which makes my creative juices flow. And it shows me that what I've done is a little bit wrong, so I might need to fix that. And it makes me fix it in my own way. And then Nick is the juniors coach, and he has helped everyone in the juniors through so much. He has helped me so much. He's really taken me under his wing. And during the beginning of my career, though, I've had a couple people that have really helped me. And I would say there are 3 that I would really like to mention now. Marvelous, Tanae Bennett, and Jafar all took me under their wing when I was first starting at 11 and 12. They were really helping, and Marvelous a lot, probably because we were around the same size. But so yeah, they were the 3 that really helped me during the beginning. Same with Missy and Danny and Nick, but Nick and Missy and Danny have really taken that over in the past year or 2.
Nice.
That's awesome. They're all great coaches. Shout out to them. Danny Cage, Missy Sampson, and Nick Petit. Thank you guys. You're doing a great job with the Monster Factory. It's all great talent. I got another video for you.
What's up, guys? My name's Nick Petit. Here's where it gets interesting. Today, the King Piece Cam Pierce joins the Three Wheels podcast for what I'm sure will be an insane interview. Boys, have fun. Cam's an incredible talent, an awesome student. And remember, as always, long live the king. Am I doing it right? I think this is it. So, Hulk.
Oh man, I
I
love
want to
it.
say Aussie.
There you go.
Hey man, I couldn't be an incredible talent without him. I couldn't be. It wouldn't be possible. So, props to him and props to everybody else that I said too.
Nice.
All right, your finisher, Willie Tiny. You got that lined up?
Yep, go ahead. You want to talk about your finisher?
Yeah, so I've always just had a weird fascination and a weird love for that headlock driver, the, as I call it, checkmate. I've always just really liked that move, and when I saw Dean Ambrose do it, I was like, "Oh, that's cool!" And not many people do it anymore. So
Right.
it's one of those things where now it's like, all right, nobody really uses it. Moxley said he doesn't like it really, which, well, whatever, man. I like it. And then,
You take it.
so yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna start doing it, and I did it in my first ever match, which was the first ever 2021 Kids Camp match, which was, I don't even count that as a match because it was like, oh, you're a week in, and here is the culmination of the Kids Camp. So that's usually what it is, but that was technically my first ever match. And imagine a short 4'11-ish kid of small Cam Spike, as I would go by then, doing that to Travis Jacobs. Imagine that. So that was I watched that match back, and it was so funny watching that back and watching me do that onto him. So that was always my finisher.
6'3"? How tall's TJ? 6'3"?
6'3", 6'4", something like that. I think so.
Yeah.
So that is a funny sight to see. And I've added 2 more to my repertoire during my career so far. I've got Check, which is the Rings of Saturn. Do you remember that move?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I use that as my submission finisher, which I might be switching that to the Muda Lock soon. I'm pretty sure it's the Muda Lock, when you kind of sharpshoot the legs, bring them down, and then bridge back and grab the head. Because that's an easy move to reverse out of, and I think it just looks so cool, and not many people do it anymore. So I might use that soon as Check. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that. And then the Frog Splash.
Nice.
Nice.
I got a video for you. Another video.
Much experience here at the Monster Factory. Ooh! And see that striking blow here, going for a neck breaker as Cameron Pierce slides through. Oh, there's that discus lariat.
Oh, checkmate! Oh! That's it. That is the finishing move of Cameron Pierce.
Oh my goodness!
Oliver is out cold.
Come on, Oliver!
He got him.
Here's your winner, the Kingpiece, Cameron Pierce.
Second week in a row, tremendous victory here for the Kingpiece, Cameron Pierce on TRL.
Well, I have to give credit where credit's due. Cameron Pierce defeated Oliver in the most fair and the most decisive way possible, hitting him with his own move there.
That's so much talent, so many positive things coming in the future for Cameron Pierce.
Nice.
There you go. That's your checkmate.
Yep.
And the commentary team got it right.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. On point.
On the week before, I did that to Daniel Alexander. And the way that he took that, the head bump, insane. And one of what's really annoying, though, the fact that Goldie had the nerves to kick out of checkmate, that was just no. But so the way that Goldie took it too, amazing. The way that you can head bump off of that is just one of my favorite spike bumps you can do.
Nice.
Speaking of Goldie, let's talk about Kingpiece versus Goldie. David Goldie.
Yeah, that was a dream match for me. So my dream match before in 2023 was Nick. And right after that match, I was like, all right, I did that match. That match was fun. I had a lot of fun with that. But now I want Goldie. And that was in my mind from then for basically a full year, from 2023 to 2024 summer camp. I wanted to face Goldie. And I made it clear to like Nick and everybody who was booking that junior show. I was like, I want to face Goldie. And then as soon as I made that promo, remember the promo I posted on like Instagram and Facebook? As soon as I posted that, I was like, all right, Nick was there helping me shoot it. And guess who was also there filming me doing that? The one and only David Goldie was filming me doing that. So, but yeah, so so that match was like, I want that match. But the only problem with it was I think Goldie was I feel like Goldie was maybe a little bit hesitant because he had the match against Brett the next night, and that was like a 20-minute match. So that was insane. But he did it, and I'm so happy he did. That was my best match I've ever had by far. One of my favorite matches. I debuted the gear in that match. Yeah, and longest match I've ever had, a 12-minute, 30-second match, I think it was. Man, that I did the top rope that. I did that, and immediately after I hit that, I was like, wait, I'm not heavy breathing. Dang it. Oh no. And then I did the next move. I hit the next move, and then I was like, oh, I'm completely fine now. So that scared me though. That had me.
The match was phenomenal, Cameron. It was phenomenal. I was so glad to be there with that.
Thank you. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to do. I'm so happy Goldie did that with me.
Goldie's a good dude.
All right, so Joe Hale says, who is on your Mount Rushmore for wrestling?
I don't know if I'm allowed to answer this just because of the fact that I was born in 2010, which means that my is completely off.
It doesn't matter. It's your
Mount Rushmore.
It's your time. It's your opinion.
My Mount Rushmore personally is it's such a hard question. I've got to put Michaels. My favorite Attitude Era person, I got to put Stone Cold in.
Yes.
So I'm going to go Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold. The Rock.
Final boss.
Just because the way that The Rock moved on from wrestling and did movies and the way that he's come back and all of that, I think he has to be on the Mount Rushmore just because of the amount he's accomplished. So him, Stone Cold, because of just the over that he got, Shawn Michaels, and this last spot is hard because there's people like Ric Flair, there's people like Undertaker, but me personally, I'm gonna have to go with Akira Tozawa. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna give this up to Undertaker. I think that's who I'm going with for this last Mount Rushmore. But it might be John Cena.
You're killing your father, who's a Bret Hart stan.
I know. I know. One of the biggest Bret Hart fans is next to me, and I didn't put Mount Rushmore. Sorry, I don't know. I like the Undertaker.
Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Bret Hart. That's your Mount Rushmore.
No, Bret Hart isn't on that.
No,
no.
I have to say, Michaels, Rock, Stone Cold, and Undertaker.
I like it.
I have to stick with that. So this next comment saying no Tangaloa on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know that we could be controversial. So it's Tangaloa. It's got to be Tangaloa, my tribal chief. That is my tribal chief right there. Tangaloa. Roman, meh. Solo, meh. Rock, meh.
Final
It's
boss.
Stone Cold, Tongaloa, Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker is my Mount Rushmore.
I'm surprised you didn't say Will Ospreay.
Not
The
yet.
thing about Ospreay is, first of all, his promo ability. It's not the greatest of all time. It's not a Shawn Michaels. It's not a Stone Cold. It's not a Rock. It's not an Undertaker. It's not a Tongaloa. It's just
You're smart.
his promo ability just isn't as good as everybody else's. I love him so much. My favorite wrestler, but he's not the Mount Rushmore yet.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I don't think he can be a Mount Rushmore.
Okay, next comment from Mary St. Anne. Are there any females that are able to join and learn at the Monster Factory?
Oh yeah, you're allowed to. I think we have 3 juniors that are women. We have 3 women juniors, and we have multiple women that are in the Monster Factory, like Nevaeh Madonna, Stevie Brooks, Gabby Ortiz, all women that train at the Monster Factory. And then we have the juniors ones too that are there. So yeah, it's just you're allowed to join if you're a woman, 100%. No, nothing.
There's no discrimination at the Monster Factory.
No, everybody's equal. There's no reason for that.
Yeah.
All right. So my next question to you is, where do you see yourself in 10 years? You see yourself still in the Monster Factory, or you see yourself working other promotions, or even big league promotion?
I don't see myself signed because you can't.
In 10 years?
In 10 years?
That's what they're saying.
I know. I can't see myself signed in 10 years because that'll get my expectations too high. I'm sorry. I see myself working Monster Factory and working other promotions and doing everything. If I can get signed by then, that would be absolutely amazing. That would be so much fun, and that'd be great. But I can't hold myself to that. I can't be like, oh, I can get signed in 10 years. I can, but will I? It's such a hard goal to accomplish that I can't hold myself to that expectation. But I see myself working a lot of indie shows and getting on a lot of other shows and a lot of other things. But Monster Factory will always be there, and I will always be at the Monster Factory.
And so far in your career, have you worked in any other promotion, or has it just been Monster Factory as of right now?
It's just been Monster Factory as of right now, mostly because I don't think I'm really allowed to work other promotions. I'm not allowed to work in Philadelphia, or I'm not allowed to work in Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to work in like New York or Maryland because of the fitness,
The athletic commission.
The athletic commission. That's what it is. I'm not allowed. A minor is not allowed to work in any of those places. So I've just kind of been working at the Monster Factory, and that's kind of how far I've been venturing out so far.
Okay. Cool.
I got a question for you. We always ask all our guests this question, okay? Your dream opponent, alive or dead, any place, any time, who would you got and what kind of match?
You got to go WrestleMania. You have to. WrestleMania or, honestly, New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom. Either of the two. I would love to go to New Japan. That is a dream job for me, is there, because that would just be so much fun to work those shows and all of that. Dream opponent for those shows. Gotta go with Ospreay. Just gotta. I don't know. I would love to, on a big league, share a ring with Nick and Liam. I would love to share a ring with those two in a big league. Goldie too. Just there. It's got to be for a world title. Come on, man.
Right.
It's got to be. But yeah, I would. That probably fatal 5-way between those people would probably be a dream match for me at one of those shows, one of those type of big shows, Wrestle Kingdom, WrestleMania. Probably
Now, would
that.
that
I think
be
that would be. I think that would be the dream there.
would that be like a ladder match?
I mean, they can do whatever they want with that. That's just my dream opponents. I don't really care how it happens or what kind of match it happens in. But
Right.
who's going over? Not me. Liam. Booking Liam
Yeah.
over.
Okay. Okay. Respect.
You know what's
Respect.
funny? You know what's funny? What was Nick Petit's dream match?
It was Nick, Rock, Liam, and me in a four-way match at WrestleMania was his.
Wow, he remembered it.
Who went over? And who went over?
I think everyone besides him went over. I'm pretty sure that's what he did for that.
I think he had you going over.
Yeah,
If I'm not
I
mistaken.
don't need to go over. There's no reason.
That's
He's the king
respect.
piece.
Yeah, respect. That's respect.
If you can get over without going over, then you've made it.
That's true.
Exactly. Any more questions? Do we got any more questions from the viewers?
No other
Send in
questions
your
from the viewers.
questions, viewers. We got a lot of viewers.
We hit 19 at one point.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Well,
Took the
look at
number one
that.
spot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Aha, I win. Ah.
There you go.
KCP, do you have any plugs or upcoming shows at the Monster Factory?
I mean, I would say go to TRL every night or every Friday night. My bad. Every Friday night, watch the Monster Factory promotions and see if it's changed at all. But I would say go to that because that's a free show that you can go to every Friday night. Crowds are usually really good for that. So if you want to be a part of that, that would be amazing. Back to School Beatings is September 7th. That show I might be on, so that would be, I would say go to that one. You can get tickets now. You can go to, I think Monster Factory Facebook has it. Has the link to it.
Monsterfactory.org.
Monsterfactory.org has the tickets for that. I would go to that. I would go to TRLs, and that's about all of the plugs I have right now because I can't go anywhere else, really.
I want to
Fair
mention
enough.
when I first started going to TRL, you were a referee.
Yeah. That was for how many? That was for most of
couple.
the TRLs I was reffing. Reffing.
And you haven't ref since you've been wrestling actively on TRL.
Yeah, reffing really helped me for wrestling though, I'm not gonna lie. Just because of I would go out there in front of fans, I would be in front of everybody, they all knew me at this point. I would count 1, 2, 3 and I would ring the bell. But that really helped me get my nerves out before I go out. Because before I go out now, I'm just like, oh, another match. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Just don't forget your spots. So I think that's the most nervous I get is don't forget your spots. But I don't get super nervous anymore just because of reffing. I think reffing was the main reason why I don't get really nervous anymore for those type of shows. And yeah, that helped me a lot was reffing.
Yeah, we got another
Great.
comment from our viewer here. Joe Hill said, thoughts on Mimi and TJ going heel?
I mean,
Ooh.
it took a while. I'm not gonna lie. I think that this was the right time to put them heel. I think this was a good decision because we just needed more really top end tag teams, and they were kind of like not really doing a ton. So they just needed a revamp back into the title picture, and I think that's perfect on how they did it.
You were so smart, Cam. You were so smart.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Indeed,
we got a special shout out here from PRK Caden Hernandez. So proud of you, Cam. How amazing of a wrestler you've become.
Thank you. But you are a big part of that, Caden. You've been there for, I think, a little under half of my career now, but you've been doing amazing. Caden has a wrestling mind like no other. His promo ability is off the charts. Just the way that he articulates his words and he makes you feel them. Each word he says makes you feel. And that's what you need out of a wrestler, especially out of somebody who is, don't quote me on this, he's 16, I'm pretty sure. But he is just so amazing, and how he does things is just so good. And I'm so proud of how far he's come, because he started, I think, February of 2023. So like a month or two after the juniors division started, he started then. And me, Aiden, and him, we call ourselves the OG3. So that's us three have become like a brotherhood of sorts there, and he has done amazing. He has helped so many kids that have walked through these doors. Now, like, if I'm not there to help him, he is. If I am about to do something else, Nick will be, yo, Eli, go and grab them and help them out teach them the Monster Factory special. And he is trusted with that completely. So he's doing great. Aiden's doing great. And another person I would like to shout out from the juniors is Henry, the fourth member of the juniors. He is really good. He has gotten to the point where he is figuring out his moveset and figuring out what moves he wants to do. And he has a kicking style, which is actually nice because we don't have a ton of we have high flyers, we have strikers, but we don't have a ton of just kickers. So his style is going to fit nicely. See, there he is. His style is going to fit Factory. And I am excited for what he can do when he makes his debut. That's going to be a lot of fun. And he is, in fact, my savior.
Yeah, he said, thank you, brother.
Dang it, man. Basement sounds.
So,
gave me the part.
All right,
are we able to buy a King Piece t-shirt? Are they available?
Yes, they are usually they're at Monster Factory shows if my dad is with me, because they're usually in his car. But they aren't usually out, but I can tell him to start bringing them out more. But yeah, they aren't on Pro Wrestling Tees, so you can't find them online anywhere. But you can buy them at Monster Factory shows if you need a look at what they look like. This is the King Piece shirt, and then we also have sweatshirts.
We got to get better with merch. We'll get there.
Yep.
Yes. Stand up. Show it off.
This is the King Piece
Doesn't
shirt.
everybody want that shirt?
Come on, guys. You got to buy the merch. Come on. It's fire.
Yeah. All right. So we got Miles. Hey, Cam is already so good now. Imagine how good he's going to be when he turns 18.
That's all coincidental. That's all not coincidental. Wrong word. My bad. I can't think of the word right now, but that's all if I stick with it. That's all if I keep leveling up or if I hit a ceiling. So that's if I can, but I'm not worried about that now. If I'm still doing this when I'm 18 and I'm really good, then amazing. But I've just got to worry about the now, and I've got to worry about how good I can be in the moment.
Cam, you're 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You're already really good. The sky's the limit for you.
Yeah, dude. Not gonna lie, us three were actually very, and I do mean very excited to actually talk to you, to hear you talk. And man, like just watching a few of your shows myself, it's just phenomenal. Your skills, your athlete, you got a great head on your shoulders. It shows that your parents have really raised a great kid. So kudos to you, parents. But man, your moves in the ring is sickening. The way you shout out, I felt like you're 14, but yet you talked like you're a senior, dude. Like you gave all the shout outs to everybody that helped you throughout the way. So kudos to you, dude. And KCP, keep up the hard work because you're showing great talent and you're only 14. I can only imagine by the time that question 10 years from now, I can't wait to look back and say, yo, we had him when he was 14 and his skills are sick. You are amazing, dude. So keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I can't put into words how thankful I am for everybody who has been there for me and helped me through this and helped me get to the skills I am now and are going to continue help me. So just thank you so much for all of the kind words.
You were going to make it in this wrestling business.
Okay. Next comment is his mom's friends are very excited too. We're coming for this ride and we can't wait. So proud.
Thank you.
Then Joe Hell says he want to see the King Piece become the youngest champion.
He's on pace.
Yep.
I'm gonna try. All of my might going into title matches. Just got to get there first.
Yeah, you're on pace to become the youngest World Monster Factory champion.
Thank you.
And that was a quote from Joe Hall. I got to give him credit for that, and I completely agree with that.
Thank you. I'm hoping. That would be a life achievement for me. That would be just amazing if I could do that. But yeah, that's just me. That's me putting in the work and getting to where I need to be.
Let's start with the medallion championship.
Hey,
work up that ladder.
I don't want to go after my boy Raspa or anything. Because
it doesn't have to be this Friday. It doesn't have to be this Friday.
No. That medallion title would look good around this neck. I'm not gonna lie. No, but
love it.
Get some green gear would look nice with that too.
Okay, you got the thought? Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Now I think your mom hates you. You just got new gear.
Yeah, I got 2 new gear actually. I got a new Children at Heart gear too with Brian Murphy that I debuted last Friday.
Breaking news. Oh, breaking news. Okay, you debuted Friday. I couldn't make it Friday.
Yeah.
But maybe this Friday I'll see it.
All right. If me and Murphy are in a tag team match, then it's definitely gonna be there.
Yep. All right. Well, I want to thank you for your time. I wish you the best of your luck in your wrestling journey.
Thank you.
We're going to hit our music and we're going to take it home.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
This is the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast.
Oh,
all right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast.
It's my boy, the Pawn Piece.
Thank you for your time once again, Cameron.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.